Hello. We interrupt your regularly scheduled horror story programming to bring you a few words on New Year's Eve. More specifically, on New Year's resolutions. To your resolve. There's an important distinction to be made when it comes to making New Year's resolutions. What is truly within your control and what is not. In some cases, the distinction is obvious. Comically so. Fair enough to resolve a vape won't touch your lips in 2025, less so to resolve, on their behalf, that your partner, child, or friend will resolve the same. In other cases, it's less obvious. Have you ever resolved to move house, find a partner, lose weight? These things are not wholly within your control. You can resolve to save a deposit, join a dating site, join a gym, but you cannot force a sale, a relationship, or a biological process that is impacted by forces outside your control. You can improve your chances, considerably so, by your actions, but resolve, in this case, is meaningless. Your will is not necessarily the determining factor. For this reason, it is more correct to consider resolutions in that latter category as wishes, statements of desire, pleas to the universe, prayers to a more powerful force. All well and good, and understandable, provided you don't beat yourself up should the desired outcome not come to pass. It may be that no one was listening in that moment, or the universe has a vested interest in not permitting something to happen. An unmet prayer may have as much to do with preventing greater harm as holding space for greater future reward. Don't feel bad for those people, or yourself if that's you. Rather, feel sorry for the unfortunate folks who unwittingly do transgress the boundary between resolutions and wishes. Wishing on a star is a special kind of cliche, but all cliches have roots in truth. I've collected enough cases by now to say there is definitely some correlation between the arrangement of the sky at the point where one year tips into another and certain groups of people getting precisely what they resolved to do. I don't know if it's the fireworks, by chance, gluing people's eyes to the sky in just the right place, or some kind of esoteric thinning of the veil created by our collective excitement during this liminal time. But every year, some people unknowingly find that wishing star and tell it precisely what they want. I don't know which one it is, or even if it's visible, only that it seems to hang somewhere in the east, and that cardinal direction is as close as I ever want to come to finding it. Oscar Wilde once said, there are only two tragedies in life. One is not getting what one wants, and the other is getting it. This is doubly true for those wished upon resolutions made to that unlucky star that go beyond your personal sphere of control, the wishes that impact others. Whether the issue is karmic, for taking more than one's fair share of celestial grace, or more one of poor phrasing and the law of unintended consequences, the results are almost universally unfortunate. Relationships lacking love or fidelity, material gain at the expense of health, creativity at the expense of sanity, professional development at the expense of everything else. Perhaps you could have been clearer, could have specified you wanted that new car to come from a bonus check, not from an inheritance, for example. Clarified that you would like your new partner to actively participate in the relationship instead of just existing. The trouble is, you could clarify and qualify your wish into a book length contract, assuming, of course, you somehow knew it was going to be granted, and still not solve the key issue control. Control over the cost of your desires, the power to change course. That's where true resolutions score. Those resolutions that are genuinely within your own power to effect, the ones you make to yourself, for yourself, the incremental wins building towards the life you want. If you find the personal cost to be too much, or the changes wrought not quite to your liking, you can course correct along the way. Painting not all it's cracked up to be? Try collage, embroidery, interpretive dancing. Dating apps a horror show? Ask friends for introductions, join a club, hang around spaces dedicated to things you're interested in. That morning coffee essential to your day? Find another place to trim your spending to reach your savings goals. Clarity of thought in recognizing what you really want, what you're willing to do to get it, and why. That's a superpower the universe bends to without any of its usual tricks. So, let's all take a moment to raise a toast to the benefits of our very human control. To your resolve, and Happy New Year.